So my birthday's coming up, and naturally I've been thinking about the last 12 months, what I want the next 12 months to be. And I can actually honestly say, hand on heart, that my therapist has helped me so much.
In what way?
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like as you get older, birthdays can become like a checkpoint for you to assess where you are, if you've achieved all your goals, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, like I just feel like speaking to my therapist helped me process those feelings.
Yeah, I totally get you.
So I was talking about this to my therapist and she helped guide the discussion about what I was thinking, what I was feeling. And I kind of like let everything out to her, like the unfiltered version. And by the end of the discussion, I deeped that actually I'm pretty much exactly where I need to be. Like I felt a lot more positive after the end of that discussion. And then in the areas where I felt like I needed to improve, rather than just sitting down and like wallowing in my sorrow, like we actually came up with a plan.
I'm so happy to hear that. I feel like talking to people, especially qualified professionals, is like literally the best way to go.
Yeah, it can be so easy to keep things bottled up inside, and most of the time it's not even intentional. It could be that you just haven't set aside enough time to lay it all out in a safe and productive space.
Starting therapy can be overwhelming and scary. Trust me, we all know because we've been there. But luckily, there is a solution that can provide therapy all from the comfort of your very home.
I found my therapist through our paid partner, BetterHelp. BetterHelp matches you with a credentialed therapist, usually within 48 hours, after you've filled out a detailed questionnaire about yourself, what you're hoping to achieve in therapy, and what you're looking for in a therapist.
You can do it all from your phone, computer, via video chat or messaging, however you feel most comfortable. It's the easiest way to start talking to a therapist. Plus, you can get started super quick because you'll usually get matched within 48 hours. You shouldn't wait to get the help that you need.
So, if you want to benefit from therapy, please visit betterhelp.com/uncutpod or click the Uncut podcast during sign up and receive a special discount off of your first month of therapy.
Hey guys, it's Beatrice.
It's Tammy.
And it's Sharon, and welcome back to another episode of the Uncut podcast.
Woo!
And as you can tell by the title, we are joined with YouTuber, host, consultant, business owner, expert, and what else? Beautiful babe, funny girl, TikToker, hairstylist, makeup artist, none other than Miss Demz.
That was such a beautiful introduction.
Yes.
I swear.
Everyone in Nigeria has more than one hat.
Yeah.
You have to be multitasking.
You have to.
Honestly.
Because that's what they said. You know, when you have a millionaire's mindset, you have to have multiple streams of income.
Hey, that line.
What?
Hey, God.
Yes.
Yesterday I was trying to contact Miss Demz. I said, where is she? I went onto the store. She's hosting an event. I said,
With the
this
street
girl is
suit.
working. Yeah. How was that though?
It was, you know what? It was a good time.
Yes.
And it's so crazy because in London, okay, I did host
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
Since I've come to Nigeria, I didn't know I was a host.
Nigeria
Nigeria told me,
Yeah.
you're a host.
Yeah.
They said, I have something here. Can you host my event? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I just done it. I didn't know what to charge. I didn't know nothing. And then I just done it. And I just thought, okay, cool. Let me just pretend I'm on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to everyone. And then because I had some of my friends there, it was just easy. I just spoke to my friends essentially, but carried everyone along.
Yes.
From then, the bookies just started coming.
Wow.
I swear. They just want to see you just be yourself, have a personality.
Yeah. I love that.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you're doing well.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you were able to make time to come on our podcast.
Yeah.
See, thank you for having me. I've seen the greats come through here. And the greats. I said I must come.
Yes.
Just for context, guys. So where was it?
Bayrock.
Bayrock.
Yes. That's it. Yeah.
Yes. But sorry, also, guys, you guys know, obviously, we've been shooting. We're in Lagos. Just in case you're wondering, where is the location? This is different from the studio. We're in Lagos. So
Yeah, we're in Lagos.
reminding you again.
And we had spoken like maybe a week prior or like a few days before or something that it would be really good to have you on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I think I was like the next day, like the day after the day I saw you, I was like,
I'll
we'll reach out
yeah.
and like message and see if you can come on. It's like the stars were just aligning.
I'm telling you.
Because
we weren't even really meant to go to that place.
Yes.
So that's why it's just like, wow, like we just got here and like literally.
And I feel like if we hadn't seen each other at that exact moment, it would have been so hard to see each other like, in the event. Do you get what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
So as Beatrice and I were leaving, IVD and Miss Demz were coming in, and it was like I didn't expect you to know us as well. So it was like
I stopped the rest. I know you.
I was like, I'm gonna message you.
No. I message her the next day.
Literally.
But no, how have you been? How's December been? I mean, it's not. I guess for you, it's just an ordinary December.
Honestly, I recognize that it's a dirty December, but I hate it.
Oh, really?
I'm ready for everybody to go. Not you guys. I like you. Everybody has to go back home. You lot are flooding the streets. It's just crowded unnecessarily.
Yeah.
But what I'm grateful for is the fact that I've made all my links and connections. So all those lines, it doesn't concern me.
Straight to the front.
I can't do a line. I hate that. And it's just the traffic.
Yes.
I wish I had VIP in the traffic.
Yeah, so you can just be
the traffic right now is crazy.
Yes.
Cab.
Yes.
Just to get from my house here was 21,500.
Hey.
They even still charge us 500 to even enter the place.
Yay. Jesus.
What? You have to pay the people at the gate?
Yes.
Go away.
No.
Excuse me, sir. I had to pay the people at the gate. You need to get my 500 back.
No way.
I was very insulted. Yes.
Wow. They have
Nigeria.
Hey. Jesus. But yeah, no, honestly, like the traffic has been interesting. Like I haven't been affected too bad because we've been going out late. You know what it is when at late, it's not as bad.
What time are you getting back in?
5 a.m.
5 a.m. So we're still beating it. You're still newbies.
Yeah,
We've just started. We haven't really started the
when
late
I went
night.
to Secret Palace, I got home at like 7.
That's even you're meant to be home like 8, 9.
Hey!
Do you understand?
I was in bed by 8.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still good. You did well.
But then I think that night started very late. Like I think
That's
we
the
got
thing,
to
though.
the first place at 3 a.m.
So what time does the like night actually start? Because sometimes for me,
So were you starting your night when we saw you?
Yes.
We went home
finishing.
after that.
Oh, baby, I had a blast. That was when the performance now started coming.
Oh, really?
Yes, we saw everyone. Somebody set themselves on fire. It was
Hey, really?
It was fantastic.
Okay, yeah, no, they were warming up when we were there then.
Oh, my sister. Yeah, I had a blast that night. We left there at like 6 to then still go somewhere else.
Wow.
And then we ended our night in like Kulaks or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn. No, the nightlife is really, really good.
It is, man.
Really, really good. And I feel like I was saying this earlier that like music wise, I have noticed that a lot of like the Amapiano beats are making their way like into like a lot of the sets that DJs are doing. Like basically, I'm basically just hearing like Amapiano in the background of all Afrobeat songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the crossover. Most people in Nigeria, like, cool, if you have the Nigerian crowd, it's good.
Yeah.
However, even with like YouTube and whatnot,
Yeah.
you know that for a fact the RPM is higher
In other
countries.
Yeah.
So if you have a Amapiano beat,
Yeah.
that's more of a crossover for all around the world.
Yeah.
So now you're going to get more money, more streams from... You make more from other countries.
Yeah.
So everyone is trying to do that thing. Everyone's aiming now that if 2025 global domination is not your mindset, then you're not ready for money.
I hear it.
So that's why it's
No, I hear it. 100%. But anyway, cool. What we like to do every single episode is we like to kick off with a game.
Hey.
So that our audience can get to know you. And the thing, so we know that, you know, you're someone that's open like us, you know. You like to talk. So we're going to play a game that we've actually only played between ourselves. But we're going to now include you in the game.
Do you have your phone with you?
Why would it be that I'm the first?
You need your phone with you.
Yeah.
Because this is basically like the WhatsApp game.
All right.
And the WhatsApp game is basically, I'm going to say a word and you're going to search the word in your WhatsApp and read the first message that comes.
I don't think I like this game.
You will love it, don't worry. We're going to
play
play with you, so you're not alone.
Yeah, you're not alone at all, right? So that's the game. You guys join in as well, because people last time said they were also doing it on their phones.
Put your
put your responses as well in the comments below. But let's start off. We're going to start off light. Don't worry. I won't, be gentle. We'll be gentle at first, and then we'll ease our way into it. Cool. So the first word is dress.
I know who's coming up.
So what is the first message that comes up for you,
so
girls?
it would be this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the first message?
The name of that group chat.
Is even a person? Do you know who this is? This is IBD.
Is even like a contact? Who was the group chat.
No, the contact.
Oh my.
Her name was saved as celibacy girl.
Do not kill me.
That is so.
I didn't manifest for my friend.
Hey,
I like that.
That's so
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
Hey.
Okay, cool. So, what's the first message that comes up for you, Tammy?
For my tailor. Good evening, Tammy. I'm using the silver colored appliques for your dress. I've cut it out into pieces for placement and tacking.
Okay.
Placement and
Attacking. Okay, no problem,
Okay.
Taylor. Okay, cool. Demz, what's yours?
Right. Technically, I could say this.
Yeah.
But technically, it should be this.
Okay, no, anyone you want to pick, just pick it. The one that comes up
Right.
there.
So, from Simi, because Ivy's birthday just left,
Yeah.
Ivy Bats will come when I'm done. I might pull through 4 p.m. The dress will be there. Because I did her birthday dress for her birthday.
You went all out for her birthday.
Yeah.
You're
That
such a good
blow
friend.
up. What did you do?
Oh,
Blow
the
up photo shoot. Something
Yeah.
on the floor. She had massage.
Hey. The birthday, we had to really... I just said to her, because she was stressed. She was like, I'm in Nigeria and I don't know what to do for my birthday. I said, do you trust me?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah. I said, but do you trust me enough to leave your birthday? Then she goes, actually,
Ah.
I do. And I said, all right, cool, send her more.
Yeah.
Then she kept asking me, so what's going on? I said, you said you trust me, so leave
Yeah.
it. So the whole day, from beginning to end,
Yeah. Everything.
was a surprise.
Oh, I love that.
that.
So sweet.
And I love that in Nigeria, like, those things are like, you can just do all that stuff.
Yes.
It's so easier to
Yeah.
get someone to come and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Literally. I got not easier, but the only
No,
thing
it's
with
still
Nigeria...
stress to even
It's still
organize.
stress, but
yeah.
Nothing
you really
is
get value
straightforward.
for money
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You
And also
really
you can
get value
be more,
for money.
I feel like you can be more creative. Even just as simple as like wedding. I know it's like very basic, but like wedding decoration, like a theme in Nigeria. Like if someone has a theme in Nigeria for their wedding,
Oh, you
the
will see
way
it.
they will just create the
straw.
craziest thing.
Crazy.
The straw will have something on it. The everything. But in London, because their budget.
That's why I said
no,
you really get, like, if you were to use the same amount of money for a wedding in London versus in Nigeria,
It's not even the
Yeah,
same.
the difference is clear.
Yeah.
Very clear.
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly.
you really get value for money here.
Yeah, for real. Okay, Sharon, what's the message that comes up for you?
No, she's not going towards VI. I think she's going to go and pick up her dress from Ikeja.
That is so funny. Mine is simple. Mine is just can I come to have my fitting and collect my dress please tomorrow?
Oh,
That's
Taylor
the basic
struggles.
message. Yes. Okay, cool. The next one is baby.
I knew I had a feeling.
The next word is baby.
Hey.
Cool. Let's start. Tammy, go ahead.
Relax, baby.
That's just yours. Relax.
Yeah, listen, relax, baby.
That's
Good.
funny. Okay, then.
My turn. I sent it to my PA. You, Into You Baby. Which is the mashup of the song I used for my YouTube video. Thank you. Because
Please, John, we want the next one. Just this one.
The PA is not involved in all of these.
Okay. And the next one after that, Cassie messaging me, baby girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Then me baby, I yet to hear from you for over a month. Kilo day.
Over a month.
I'm serious.
I'm crying.
Sharon, what's yours?
Baby, it's okay to be nervous, but you've worked so hard to get here.
Hey.
Maybe it's a group chat.
It must be nice.
Am
I stood?
I didn't know baby was plural.
Honestly. Oh my gosh. Mine is just we still got Ghana, baby. We got time. So simple
Nice.
one. Yeah. God damn. Okay, cool. The next word is relationship. Relationship.
I said this is the reason why I like to space out when I do podcasts. It's always a draw out.
Always something new.
Relation.
Are you guys got our messages?
Yeah.
Cool.
The ones I've skipped is our ones.
I've skipped quite a few.
Ours
Mine
is,
didn't make sense.
Agenda.
It's true. Go ahead.
Me too, I have to skip.
No.
It's an agenda.
He's an agenda. What's
I've
yours,
got
Tammy?
not gonna lie, I didn't think it would reach relationship stage after your party. Lol.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we need more context.
Tammy, it was a group chat, innit? It was a group chat.
Yeah, it was a group chat.
Okay,
Group chat.
interesting.
Group chat.
That's so funny. Demz. Oh yeah, you're looking around. What's yours?
I'm just gonna say. I've tried calling several times, but I couldn't get through. So I'm reaching out to address a few concerns regarding the upcoming event and our working relationship moving forward. To be quite frank, I feel like I've been taken advantage of in our recent dealings. Yes! I felt taken advantage of. Which is why I had to send a very long
That message is long.
Damn, gets like that, man.
Sharon?
Gets like that.
I think he even tried to tell one of Toby's friends that their relationship was just for Insta.
Say that again.
I think he even tried to tell one of Toby's friends their relationship was just for Insta.
Nah, she needs to dump him.
It is well, look. I've also changed the name.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Just so you know, don't be thinking that.
I'm
my
actually
friends.
confused.
Yeah, honestly. Mine is, he saw my home screen and said, "Are we really starting this relationship with 2 kids?"
Yes!
Let me explain the context, because I can actually say the context because it was funny. So I think on a night out, I met like a guy that was like speaking to me or whatever, and basically on my homepage I had a picture, I think, of me and my 2 like nieces, nephews. So he was like, "Oh, cool, like numbers, like let's do the whole numbers thing." So I passed him my phone, but I was like, obviously my home screen was there, so I had a picture of me and the 2 kids. He was like, "Wow, so we're really starting this relationship with 2 kids." Hey, I was crying. Oh my God. But yeah, that's the context of mine, so I gave context. Cool, are we ready?
We're still going with this game.
Yes, so
The
we're
game
still
never
going with the
finished.
game.
Okay.
We've got one more of the game. Actually, got 2. So the first one is hair.
We're such girls.
I know, right?
Yes, ma. The hair is included. Because I wanted to do braids.
Yeah.
I asked what the price was.
Yeah.
The person said boho braids 160k, ma.
Jesus.
I said, is this including the hair? Yes, ma. The hair is included.
That's 160.
That's crazy.
No, I have someone for you.
That's ridiculous.
I was
Crazy.
just like, and it's home service, but at the same time, I was like, maybe just because it's all plus 4.
Yeah, no, it's plus 44. That's why it's 160. It was never 160.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Demz, what's yours?
Abby said he's sending you the hair for me. I beg, I need an appointment with you on the 26th.
Got you. Got you.
Also, do you think your driver can stop in Lekki? I need to drop my hair off at the salon.
Yep. And then mine was, but it was hair, but it's like hairline. So it was a custom hairline is an additional charge of 20k, ma'am.
They're just doing December for you.
I know,
honestly.
I know. Okay, last one. We did this one before, but we're going to do this one again. And the last word is sex.
It's still the last message because ain't nothing happening.
My phone is...
Yeah, it's working. Fantastic.
All of
Signal
a
is
sudden,
clear.
there's no signal.
Signal is clear.
Oh, this is even calm.
When you guys are ready, Tammy, start.
Don't give it to her.
I just give that one.
Ready?
Okay, I have this one. I've got this one. I like listening to her sex stories. They are very interesting.
Oh, who's this?
It was a group chat.
Oh, you don't know who the person...
No, I know who the person is.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
Well, okay.
Please,
not
okay. This is the reason why I cannot say the one I want to say.
It's you.
Sorry. Yeah, no, you cannot say that one. Okay, let's continue.
It's not fair.
Sorry.
I said she likes anything sexy. I was talking about Ivy's dress.
That doesn't count. Get another one.
Oh, that doesn't count. When your own wasn't counting, I didn't complain.
I'm joking. No, that's fair enough. Guys, Sharon, what's yours?
He told me there was one video of me that solidified how sexy I was.
Everybody enter. Crazy. Mine was, even as a couple, who the fuck is having sex every night?
Right. Anyway.
Do you think that's a bad thing to have sex every single night?
It's not, I think it's a bad thing, but I think people are saying that like it's not something that is common.
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable to
That's
have
what
sex
married
every single
people are
night.
saying.
Yeah.
So do you think that's why they have side chicks?
No, but I don't think. I think even the men are saying it's not sustainable.
Yeah, some men are saying that as well. Yeah, some men are saying they can't have sex every night.
I feel like men that can't have sex every night are having sex outside.
Really? God damn.
Every night
That's
of
a
every
take.
week. 365
Has-
days
has
of the year.
All right,
Moving
don't
has-
get me wrong. There is space. Remember that question, Lou?
Yeah.
There is space for breaks in between.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Even as a woman, we have periods, so you
Yeah.
have to relax. You can't be going every single. But I feel like for the most part, from what I've seen here, maybe see finish of what I've seen here, you have to be ready and on attention.
That's what I was going to say. Has moving here made you come to that conclusion?
Yes, because there's another babe ready to fuck your man.
Hey.
Ready to bend, arch that
Hey.
back. Ready.
Ready on
Standing
demand.
on attention.
Chai.
All your man needs
Yes,
to
sir.
all your man needs to do is policeman.
What? Hey.
Ready.
This life
crazy.
is scary, yo.
Hey.
Guy.
What?
Hold on
Somebody
tight.
can't even have a break again.
I'm
break
telling
it.
you.
It is well.
When they understand is if you're on your period. But if you're not on your period and you're my babe and you're telling me no, don't worry. Somebody else will satisfy me.
That is
I
insane.
can never move here.
No, honestly, that is just
Deal.
not for me at
God.
all. At all.
Before we get into the rest of the episode,
Yes.
firstly, our outfits.
Yes.
We are wearing Vergioli, which was
Yes.
gifted to us by the brand. So we are all wearing our boo-boos. We
Yeah.
spoke about it in our previous episode, but yeah, she kindly gifted us all these lovely boo-boos. But yeah,
Yes.
we'll
That's
link
pretty.
all the stuff to her page
Yeah.
down below. So yeah, we just want to say thank you for her to gifting us this.
Very, very
And I also want to say that I'm very sad that you didn't give me one, but it's alright.
yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. That is so
I was going to
funny.
ask, obviously we've alluded to it during the episode, but you obviously moved to Nigeria from the UK. What was, obviously, we kind of discussed it when the cameras weren't rolling. Now that the cameras are rolling, what was like your decision for wanting to move? And also, how long have you actually lived in Nigeria for now?
2 and some months. 2 years and some months.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yes.
Damn.
And I do not regret it. I will not be coming back. If I do come back, actually, I may come back.
Yeah.
But if I do, it's when it's time for me to have kids.
Okay, yeah.
So you wouldn't raise your family here?
It's not that I wouldn't raise them here, but I would give birth, let them have the same passport as me.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Then I'll come back, give them a Nigerian passport, so they have 2 passports. And then I would raise them here. I'm not too sure at what point I would send them back to London to do some kind of education.
Yeah.
But even the schools over here, there are international schools.
Yeah.
The kids over here are actually a lot smarter. But I feel like at the same time, if you're not careful, if you're not also hands-on, your kids here can be very, very spoiled because there's house helps, there's this, there's everything. Cost of labor here is so cheap that you will think you are giving your child a good upbringing, and they're just very spoiled and they're
Yeah.
a bit slow.
Yeah.
Mommy, that I hate a child that acts like a didgery.
Yeah.
Be sharp.
Yeah, be sharp.
I like people that sharp.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
And I feel like London makes you sharp. Your mouth is
Street smart.
Yeah.
I'll even rather my child's mouth be because if anybody tries anything, they'll come back and tell me.
Yeah.
That's what I want for myself.
Got you.
Yeah, got
you. Got you. Yeah.
Yeah, but what was your reasoning for moving?
I didn't even know I didn't answer the question.
No, you did. You did. You answered the second one.
Yeah.
So why did I move back?
Yeah.
I moved back here.
Wait, when you say move back, were you born here?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, moving here technically to the average person doesn't make sense. I came here. I'd never been to Nigeria. Okay, that's a lie. I came to Nigeria when I was 15.
Okay.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
Mom took us to Ibadan, left us in the village. I got chased by goats.
Jesus.
Do you understand? So I was the plan. I will never come. And then to make it worse,
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to imagine. I'm just imagining you running away from the goat.
I was
That is
crying,
funny.
running from the goat, and the goat chased me all around my grandma's compound.
Jesus.
I was so scared. And then my cousins thought it was funny, so they even locked the gates. So as I was running, the goats were running after me.
That is funny.
I said I will never come back here.
Yeah.
Then I didn't know about NEPA taking light. So we'll be sitting down and there'll be no light, and I'm hot, and it felt like I felt like
Punishment.
like my mom hates me.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe this is what I was going through.
Yeah.
Then I said I would never come back to Nigeria again. I was supposed to go to Jamaica for my, I think it was like 23rd birthday or something. And then was telling Moses about it. He was like, why are you going to Jamaica? Like he goes, who you going with? I said, I'm going by myself. He said, come to Nigeria, man. I said, to do what?
Yeah, literally.
Nigeria, I want to come to Nigeria for my birthday. He said, bro, just come. Don't worry, I'll pay your accommodation. Just come. I said, cool, fuck it. I changed my flight.
Okay.
Came to Nigeria. Those 2 weeks in April were the best 2 weeks of my life. I went out every single day.
Yeah.
People were just, I don't know if it was juju that was over me.
Yeah.
I never received so much money. People that don't know me were just giving me stuff.
Yeah.
I had such a good time.
Yeah.
To the point I didn't want to go. I've never said this. Somebody even said, why are you going? I said, because, my flight. Don't worry, I'll sort out your accommodation and your flight. I said, you're lying. They extended my flight and my accommodation, and I never set eyes on that person ever again. On God.
Are you telling me the truth?
I swear, if I'm lying, God strike me down. I never set my eyes
On that person
on
again.
that person.
That was a messenger.
No, that was an angel.
That was
I
a
said,
messenger.
this might be a bit of me.
Yeah. Me, I'll be saying that as well.
Imagine now, I'm now there. Everything is patterned. They just gave me the assistance number, the assistance pay, anything I need. I was enjoying myself. It was now time to go back. I'll go back to London. Depression hit me differently. Then my landlord now wanted to increase my rent.
In this cost of living crisis.
Cost of living crisis. Me, at that time, I was already paying 1,850. Once it increases to 2.2. What? I said, you know
How
what?
many beds?
2.
Oh,
2 beds
God.
in North London. 7 sisters to be precise. I just said, you know what? I think I'm going to move. Then I was now started looking at Kent. I was looking at all these outskirts.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, so who am I going to do? I will now be with the rabbits in Kent. I said, you know what?
First of all, we live in the outskirts, okay?
My sister, you live with the rabbits. That shit's dead. I said, you know what? There is sunshine in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone here. All my family is in London. I can't tell you that. I might have family here, but I don't know them like that.
Yeah.
Me moving over here was just like, okay, cool, I have some savings.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because the month that I left, that was probably the most amount of money I'd ever earned in London.
Oh my God, that's so
YouTube
good.
and whatnot.
Yes.
So I was thinking, and like, my girl India, she went into Love Island.
I didn't know that you were friends
Yeah, I
before
didn't
she
know
went
that.
into the house.
We were
not house.
I was
the
doing
villa.
India. And India used to be a colorist. No,
No, colorist.
Editor. She used to be a hair colorist.
Just put one color on the wig there. Just put one wig.
Literally.
One dye.
I used to send her hair.
Okay.
For clients, she would dye the hair.
Okay.
Send it back to me.
Oh my God,
Do you
so
understand?
cute.
So when she was in there, like, we came out and we were thinking about all the things we were supposed to do. Only for me to tell her, I'd be like, yeah, babe, I'm moving to Nigeria. She said, what? She thought I was joking. I didn't tell many people. Even her and Ivy D were probably like the only people to know.
Okay.
And I told my sisters and I told my cousin.
Yeah.
Every other person maybe found out as I was on the flight, saying, oh, by the way, I've moved.
Yeah, you know you have to tell me.
I didn't want anybody to change my mind.
Yeah.
To talk you out of it.
I'm
yeah.
like, you lot, as much as I love you,
Yeah.
you're not gonna pay my bills.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. I felt like I was depressed and I needed just in my mind. I thought it was 6 months. Let me go for 6 months, chill a little bit. Do you know what I
take a
mean?
break.
Take a break.
Yes.
Recoup. I can live off. I'm hearing in Nigeria for £2,000.
Yeah.
I can have a really nice apartment
Yeah.
for the whole year.
Yeah.
£2,000 for the whole year.
Yeah.
They only just increased my rent this year, and this is the 3rd year I've paid house rent of my house. When I moved into my house, my rent was 1,500 for the whole year. For the whole year, and I live in a 3-bedroom house, yeah, and I also have a BQ. So my house,
Yeah.
I call her a house manager. I will refuse to call her house help because she's lovely.
Yeah,
Shout out to
that.
Mercy. Mercy, I
Oh,
love
I
you.
love that.
She has her own spot, which also has like a bathroom, everything. She's chilling, comfy.
Yeah.
3 bedrooms. I've turned one of the rooms into a studio.
Lovely.
My living room is nice, it's spacious.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
There's nothing waiting for me in London with
I
tax and
understand.
Boris. It's even Boris that's still there.
Boris scared.
How many times we've had these days?
Who is this now?
You
people don't even
That
know.
guy's name.
Keir
Starmer.
Starmer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Keir
Keir
Starmer.
Starmer.
That's it. Labour Party.
Yeah, so.
Is that an Indian man?
No,
no.
he's white.
Right.
Right. Keir
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 Starmer.
Keir Spammer.
I have a sore throat.
Sorry.
Like, my voice is going. Keir Starmer.
Well done
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
You are trying.
Oh my my
You are
days.
trying. There is no reason for
funny.
me to come back. It's even cold where you people are.
No, it's
How are you
freezing.
coping? How?
It's a lot.
I don't need to.
Have you been back to the UK since
Yes.
for holiday and stuff?
I went and I ran back.
Really?
I went there 2 weeks. I was cold, irritated. Cost of it's so expensive. It's even gotten more expensive. I went to Greg's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Greg.
Oh,
Greg.
Greg.
When you see the price of that sausage,
Wow!
They used to be 4 for £1.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I went to McDonald's. A cheeseburger is now £1.29.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
I
Yep.
couldn't believe.
It's a lot.
Do you used to work at McDonald's?
Yes. For 3
hold
years.
on, wait,
Oh,
really?
really?
Yeah, she did.
That was my first job. I was there. I was working in McDonald's when our uniform was still green.
When was that?
What? You said when was that? If I check, I probably have a picture. When our uniform was still green.
was McDonald's uniform?
I started from humble, started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Oh,
Hey,
100%. What the heck?
yes.
That is so funny.
Sakib. Useless man. That was my manager.
I feel like we all remember the names of our managers.
Yes, I
when
can
we
never
worked
forget
in
it.
retail.
My salary was £3.85 an hour.
Go away.
Stop.
Yes.
You're lying.
And I was on lobby washing toilets, dirty toilets. You wash it, and there was 2 chemists come out and serve food. They wouldn't time to wash my hand though. I had to use my church mind. No.
I can't lie though. The people that have worked at McDonald's, when they explain what happens behind the scenes, it makes you not want to eat there
I'm
again.
telling you.
What?
Oh my god.
It's the way you did wash this.
Because you did it, there was a swell of the hand. You got to get that. Yeah.
What?
That's what. You see, as you scrape shit, after you scrape shit, you
Yeah.
no longer take shit again.
I'm telling you.
You cannot take
I'm
it.
telling
I know where I
you.
started from.
Ah.
I end this person life. I'm not going back.
Oh my days, you have finished me.
Honestly.
Okay, fine. So you moved over and stuff like that. How was it finding new friends? Like, did you make any new friends?
Honestly, the person you just had on this show was a godsend for me.
Oh.
I always, anytime when someone asks me, I always have to talk about it. For me, my 2 major people, don't get me wrong, there was people. I've met many people in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And shout out to everyone because you lot are amazing. But my first 2 initial people was Tolani Badge and Enioluwa.
Oh wow.
Because when I came to Nigeria, I met Eni through Tolani.
Okay.
And Tolani messaged me on YouTube, right? She messaged me on Instagram, right? This was before she even went to Big Brother because she used to watch me on YouTube.
Okay.
So by the time I'd seen the message and replied to her, she was already inside the Big Brother house. She was like, so she came out and then we were just talking. So when I met her during that time when Moses had come to Nigeria, we met briefly and we kept in contact. When I came back, I was depressed. I just said to her one day, I'm coming to Nigeria, you know, like I feel like I want to come. She was like, girl, like if you're ready for it, why not?
Yeah.
This girl essentially held my hand. I would say Tolani introduced me to everybody I needed to know in the nightlife.
Yeah.
There are some people that are vampires. They don't come out during the day. Yes, Nigeria's like that. But she's outside. So, and this is even before she even became a DJ. So she introduced me to everybody I needed to know to help me navigate the scene.
Yeah.
Eni introduced me to everybody. Like, they both introduced me to industry people, but Eni's one was more industry, like, during the day.
Yeah.
So one was during the day, one was
Yes.
during the night.
Yeah.
And that's
All
what
bases
really...
covered.
You understand? So that's what really helped me integrate myself. Then I now made my own connections, met different people. So for me, my journey of moving back,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very blessed. I have to acknowledge I'm blessed because there's some people that do it and they run straight
I'm
back.
telling you, it's not easy
Yeah, it's
as
not
well.
easy.
Mine was, I'm not saying it was easy,
Yeah.
but it was smoother than the rest.
Yeah.
So I have to be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
And in terms of dating, what's that? So wait, first of all, are you single?
I'm extremely single.
And since you've moved, have you ever been in a relationship?
I have.
Okay. So where did you meet him? Oh, wait, in fact, what is your process with dating? Like, are you open to long distance? Like, would you date someone that's in the UK? Would you date someone in the US? Or are you hyper focused on the men in Lagos?
No.
Okay.
I can date anybody. I can date somebody that lives in China.
Okay.
But for me to date somebody that lives in China, you're clearly of a certain caliber. Because flight come like the bus.
yeah. Yeah.
We're not calculating the cost of a flight.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Even it's to the point where you yourself, you're booking that your business or your first class to come down and see me. Or you're booking me a flight to come down and see you. Like, it's just a flight.
Yeah.
I like someone that's busy. I'm busy. So that way we're not, oh, what are you doing today? I don't want someone that's, what are you doing today? Oh, you're out again. Nigeria is a different ball game.
Yeah.
To make the connections that, you see, I'm only doing this. I recognize everything has a time period.
Yes.
I'm only doing this partying and things for a certain amount of time. I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
I'm a wife.
Yeah.
I've seen it for myself, seen it for my children.
Yes.
My children are going to go to a private school.
Amen.
The Faji I'm doing is for them.
Yes. So I am twerking in the club for you.
I am twerking now so they do not have to twerk later on. I'm doing the twerking for my family generation. Facts. I'm doing what I have to do so that when we get there, my children are going to be in the private school doing you understand? The English they will speak. I want their English to piss me off. Yeah, I know some people that's how you like that, man. What are you saying? What my friend, if you don't talk properly.
What are you saying now?
Literally. But it might sound to most people, that's such an inferiority. Let me have it.
Literally.
I've suffered so they don't have to suffer.
Yeah.
I make all my connections now so I don't have to do this. Nigeria is all about making connections, yeah? You can't make connections being inside the house.
Yeah.
You have to be outside. You have to network. You have
The hustle is serious.
Oh, the hustle is different.
Yeah.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
But yeah,
Real.
dating in Lagos.
I tried to avoid it.
I know you know it's on the agenda. I know why you're trying to run.
Exactly.
Dating, I have dated here. It's not easy. It's not for the weak.
Okay. What makes it difficult?
The mindset. To be very honest, I feel like Nigeria is a very cultural place, and even if the men here try and act like they're exposed, they travel, they understand the London mindset.
They
We
don't.
will always be, we're all London girls.
Yeah.
You will always be a Londoner to a Nigerian man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then if in their mind, because they are a man, I'm not trying to generalize, but after a while, if you meet, and I don't think I'm the problem. Everybody has their problems, but in this particular thing that I'm saying, I feel like I know what I'm talking about. Most Nigerians have a mindset is ingrained in the culture. So the culture of dating is kind of like, I'm a man. Do you understand? You're a woman. Certain things that they can do, you cannot do. Do you understand? So they would then, and then you know them ones where, I don't want to say Yoruba, because I don't know if I'm going to get the pronunciation, but it will now be like, say, do you not have home training? Do you understand? So it's kind of like, if you want to speak to them, I'm trying to make sure I don't waffle, the bullet is taking over.
Yes.
But
Freely, Joe.
But I feel like,
Say it, Joe.
I want to talk. I want to make sure my point makes sense. So it's more a thing of, okay, let me use a case study. I have somebody in my mind.
Okay. Sometimes when you're talking, you have to.
Let me just drop the name.
You know what I mean? All right, cool. Let me use just one person as an example.
Yeah.
If you see this, I'm talking about you. Their mindset is, I'm a man, you're a woman.
Yeah.
What I can do, you cannot do.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And it's like,
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Go
I like
on.
to ask questions.
Go on.
Is that implied or is actually stated?
it's very much implied, and it's implied to the point where they now feel like, after a while, let me just even state this to you. And then and I feel like that's the Nigerian mindset. Even the ones that act calm, that try and act like they're not too braggadocious or they're a bit laid back, they still expect you to respect the culture. Like, their respect comes first. You can't do certain things, but they can do it.
Yes.
Do you understand? And then after a while, you know, the Londoner in us is like, am I a dickhead?
Yeah, literally, like, why is this?
Well, essentially, if you want to marry, you have to accept you're a dickhead.
And fact.
And you know, in London, our mindset's a bit 50-50.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, we both come to the table.
Yeah.
We kind of like compromise on things.
Thank you. But the respect is a bit reciprocal. They have to respect you because you're also putting in your part.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, as a man, if you meet that man with that right, majority of the mindset is they know what they need to do as a man. Do you understand? But them doing what they need to do as a man comes with, I know my role, so you're supposed to know yours. Which means you shut up your mouth, you close. Do you understand?
My God.
And essentially, I don't like this thing where I feel like my mom taught me this, but I feel like she ingrained it in me so that I can marry, which is obey first, complain later. But I hate that mindset. I personally really do not like it, but I see where it can be implied in marriage.
Yeah.
Your man might disrespect you in front of some people.
Yeah.
See, that's the Londoner in you that's saying,
Yeah.
That's
the
it's only,
thing.
I feel like right now, it's only if you have married women watching this thing, they're going to say, what she's saying is right.
Yeah.
The average girl's going to be like, well, no, what are you talking about? You're not ready to marry.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
wait.
I understand what you mean.
When we say
I'm going to get myself in
disrespect-
trouble.
No, continue.
Oh.
I'm actually interested to know. When you say disrespect, what are we talking about?
Right. Disrespect is subjective.
Yeah.
It could be something like, all right, to one babe, disrespect is, we went somewhere, yeah, and as we were walking in, you were walking in front of me, you didn't hold my hand. You left me behind, I felt so disrespected. To another babe, it's, we were somewhere, and you saw your female friend, and then the way she hugged you, you were now hugging her, the two of you were swaying
Side to side.
Your legs were leaving you were swaying. You know the one? Back and forth. That's another disrespect to another person.
Yeah.
Now, another disrespect to somebody else is I was saying my point, and you said, shut up. The point I'm making is that you are wrong.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
All three
Yeah.
technically is disrespect.
Yeah.
However, each disrespect is subjective.
Yeah.
One disrespect, this extreme these two people might be the ultimate disrespect. But that first one of you walking in front of me, you don't hold my hand, it's still a disrespect.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
yeah.
And Nigerian men, it's like everything is a disrespect. Everything can be deemed as a disrespect because they expect you. Fuck the fact that you're from London. You're supposed to understand the culture.
Yeah.
And it's just, it can be very, very frustrating. Trying to put yourself behind in order to please the other person. That shit's so long. But I realize that a lot of people have that mindset and they just, because it's a spectrum, different people hide it very well. But if you're dating a Nigerian man, be ready to date the culture. You're not dating the man, you're dating the culture. That's the point I want to make.
Yeah.
You have to accept the culture in order to accept the man.
And what you're saying is that when these disrespects happen, you're saying that essentially you obey. No, you don't
Obey
you
now,
don't react in public.
Thank you.
You don't
Which
react
is
in
the
then and
obey
now.
First,
Okay.
complain later.
Right.
That's where the marriage aspect of wanting to understand and date the culture.
Yeah.
You don't bug out on your man in front.
Yeah.
American girls love to. Sorry,
I actually agree with that.
No, yeah, it's
but
true.
from what I've seen here,
Yeah.
I'm going based on my own personal experience.
Yeah.
From the wide spectrum of girls that I've seen dating Nigerian men,
Yeah.
the ones that really bug out for me are usually American girls. But you know that people love to claim that American girls don't have culture. I feel like different people have their own, but
Yeah.
American girls, from what I've seen here in Nigeria, they love to prove that they're crazy.
Hey!
You can't tell me
Yeah, I hear it.
Your man will leave you for a Nigerian girl.
No, I hear it because I feel like I feel like that's even just in general anyway. Forget about relationships, but like certain people are just more open to like being like, and maybe it's to do, I don't want to blame it on it, but you know, like even like Real Housewives and like all those things, like even reality TV, like if you were to compare reality TV show, unless you're talking about certain types, but reality TV shows in like the UK versus the US, I feel like the US are more likely to be like more
Boisterous.
Yeah, because it's also, you're not actually going to like, it's not going to affect your career in such a negative light. Whereas I feel like in the UK, if you're so like loud and like this, people like label you in like a really negative way, not like you're being expressive and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
You know, in the UK, like, we carry shame, like, we will carry shame
Yeah.
on our head.
Yeah.
Like, if something like you will go, there's some people that the shame was too much that you've never seen them again.
Yeah.
They've gone into hiding. Whereas like when it's like American stuff, like, you know, when you see stuff on like the Shade Room or something.
Shame propels you
Exactly.
in America.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
love a shameless
That's
babe.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In London, you can't be shameless. You have to still have some kind of shame.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it's because we're black.
You think?
You know, shall I tell you why? Do you guys remember Geordie Shore?
Hey, that show?
You don't remember? You don't see how all of them have transitioned into being demure.
I'm telling
Now
you.
they're
married
demure.
with
Now they're
three
married
kids.
with. Thank
Yes,
you.
I
but
know.
shame propelled. If us as black people were fucking and bending back, digging it, kicking it, like
Honestly,
them lot,
no,
they used to
honestly.
go out every weekend.
And
You're
the way
saying
they
every
will-
weekend. We
all
go every day.
Yeah, basically every day.
shagging
Left,
and
right,
down.
and
And
centre
shagging
on
each
TV.
other.
Yeah,
Thank
on
you.
TV as
on
well.
TV,
Oh,
you will see the
nasty
cushion go bam, bam, bam,
telling
bam,
you.
sound effects.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's as well.
No, honestly, I was thinking to myself that like, and you guys were probably saying, I think we discussed this on the podcast about me like potentially like saying that I could maybe date someone that like lived here and stuff like that. Do you remember when we had
that wasn't all that you
wasn't
said.
all what you said.
No, stop. Wait. I'm saying, do you remember that conversation? I'm not saying that's the point I made.
Okay, remember the
I'm saying, do
conversation.
you remember I had the conversation on the podcast, guys? Everything I said there, cancel it, delete it.
All right, who did you meet? Who did you meet? Who did you meet? Who did you meet?
It's not I've met anyone, but
did you
I
meet?
haven't met anyone, but
I don't think she's met. I don't think there's been a specific person.
Yeah,
that
it's not been a specific person, but it's
just
even just
different niblets or
Yeah, just seeing how guys
The
act.
one that you've even said now, probably just
I
added pepper
didn't
to
even
a
add
stew.
it to my own. So
Added pepper to a
that's what I'm
stew.
trying to say. So like I've realized that it really isn't for me. Like I thought that I could date someone like you said who appears to be like someone that travels a lot and knows about, you know, London. Not saying that people don't know about London, but do you know what I mean? Like knows about the culture and knows about why I am the way I am and, you know, that sort of thing. But like you just said, really and truly, like as much as you can be someone with money, travel a lot, you still will have that mentality.
Yeah, of course.
of PR.
And you know what it is? Because you're a woman,
Yeah.
regardless of, even though you're, because you said someone who knows about who I am,
Yeah.
that's still a London mindset.
Yeah.
You're not first.
Yeah.
You're second.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
You are second.
Yeah.
And the moment you accept that,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be this one London idiot that's also Nigerian that's gonna tell them, no, she's generalizing to the
Yeah.
We're talking about Nigerians here in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Men are first, you are second.
Yeah.
That is if you want a successful relationship.
Yeah.
Don't fight it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, your man doesn't have to be so boisterous. He doesn't have to be
Yeah.
egotistical
Yeah.
in order to have that mindset. His mother will have that mindset for him.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
To be honest, I don't think it's like, how do I even explain this?
You don't think
It's not-
are you saying that you don't think it's like negative?
Partly. That's one of my
not,
points.
It's not. Are you Nigerian?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you don't think it's negative, because you are Nigerian.
Yeah,
You
so
get
that's
it.
what I
So
was
that's
gonna
what we're saying.
say.
Like,
Yeah.
we said, like, that's
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
honest, if we think about it, right, there's some things that we do in the UK that we don't think are strange. I can't think of anything right now, right? Probably because I don't think it's strange. That if you were to tell somebody else, they'd be like, that's so weird. But that's how we've grown up. That's our culture. And we don't see it any other way.
That's what I'm saying. I can't survive.
Let me give you an example of what happened. So I was speaking to a guy. He's based here.
Yeah.
And then something simple as, oh, this person is someone's step brother or stepdad. I was trying to explain the difference between stepdad. No, I was trying step brother and half brother.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, when someone is your step brother, it means that their parent is married to your own parents. So
Yeah,
that will
there's
make
no
you step
blood.
brother.
Yeah.
But half brother is when you both have one parent, which is the same.
Same.
No, it's not. I'm thinking, but I'm telling, basically,
Yeah.
I'm saying what it is. He's like, no, you're not. You don't know what you're talking about.
Talking about now, all of a sudden, in that one conversation, they have deemed the fact that you do not have intelligence.
Yeah.
And home training.
But they have intelligence. And then after a while, it's now like they're trying to enforce the fact, hold on, why is this going to argue me? Shut up.
Yeah.
That is
In
Nigerian.
fact, why are we even having this
Why are we even
conversation?
having this thing? I'm a man and you're now turn to forget the fact that you're actually right. Now I'm a man, you're a woman. Why? I'm telling close
Yeah,
your mouth.
that's
That is
crazy.
Nigerian culture.
Yeah.
And yes, someone's gonna watch this and say,
Oh, but
that's not everyone.
yeah,
We're
we
generalizing.
understand.
My guy, don't beef the culture.
Yeah.
It is in the culture.
Yeah.
It was just that thing. I know you're gonna bring it up. Let's talk about it right now. That whole high profile piece.
Let's just...
Bro, my mindset is
First of all, sorry.
go ahead.
Before you get into it, because the reason I stopped you is I watched it live.
Me too.
Then when I'm hearing people discuss it, like when they recant the story, they've like mixed it up.
All right.
So what is your understanding of what she said?
Tell me yours first and then I'll tell you mine.
Okay, when I watched it, Tammy, you correct me if I'm wrong because you also watched it, right? She was basically saying that she went to a club. A guy invited her onto a table. She's approached the table. There's already women there. And she's like, oh, I'm joining somebody else's table. So let me at least greet the people that I'm going to be sitting amongst, right? Hi, guys. Everybody's just staring at her. And then her thing is like, guys, like when I come to the table, like, please at least say hello because I feel like I'm saying hello. No one's saying anything back to me. I don't know if it's maybe because like you guys have seen me online and like I know that I think she said, I don't know if it's because I'm like high profile and I know that sometimes when people see me and they've seen me online, they're like, oh, don't really know what to say or
What to
like
say,
how
yeah,
to approach me, but just say hi. I'm not trying to steal your man. That's how I understood it.
I think asking me. I like how you explained that. I think that's now giving it more context.
Yeah.
The point is, even if you're going to make a point, you have to be careful of how you make the point. Do you understand? I feel like she was making the point for her UK audience. That was just her perspective. And no one is wrong. That is her perspective.
Yes.
As soon as I watched it,
You were like, oh,
I was like, oh, they're gonna take this and run with it. Because I watched it live as well. Because we're friendly with Beatrice.
Yeah.
Like we're friends with her, and I was just like, as soon as they're gonna take this, they're just gonna take this and run with it because of the high profile word she used.
Yeah.
If she didn't use that word,
She would have had a point. She probably would have had it because I didn't. When I heard it, went everywhere, so I saw it. When I heard it, I said, "All right, cool. I see where you're coming from." The high profile, that's where you see you know when they say you add like she added salt to her stew.
Yeah.
You just spot your point.
Yeah.
Because Nigeria is a place that high profile tongue, you can't use that here. Everywhere you turn,
there's high profile.
Yeah.
Nigeria, God, like it's like
status
now
is
that I
a big
live here,
thing. Yeah.
I recognize how wrong that statement was. That it's such a, you can't say that.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the word that she used, I feel like everybody kind of turned a blind eye to the point that she was making and just
focused on the high
ran with the high profile thing.
Because I think for me, I'm very much like, I get you, Tammy, and I agree because I'm just a bit like, I would do the same thing. If I was coming on someone else's table, I would say hello. And if somebody was joining my table, I would greet them as well. If they said hello to me, I would greet them. But at the same time, the comments I was seeing from Nigerians is, we don't greet. I feel like mine anyway has been very different just because I have friends who live in Nigeria. And so like when I go out, typically, other than this time we've been going out with a lot of our UK friends, but typically I just go out with my Nigerian friends. And so honestly, I was saying to Beatrice a couple of weeks ago, I was like, this whole narrative that Nigerian women are stush or like they're rude, like, are they actually? Because I've never experienced that. But I think it's also just because I was just going out with my friends.
Yeah.
And they were the mutual...
They would introduce us and then it's hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
Okay, we were talking about this earlier about how your content is so addictive. Like, you are too funny.
Yes.
But especially when you do the videos with IVD.
Yeah.
The way you guys report, obviously, is evident because you guys are like best friends. But you guys' report actually kills me. But anyway, there was one video that you did, we observe and we judge. And there was one thing that you said, me and Beatrice, we watched the video, we're like, yes, we'll bring this one up.
Yes.
It was like, we observe and we judge. When he tells you he's going to get you a present and the present never comes.
Hey.
We observe and we judge.
Hey. Because they love doing that, you know.
Hey.
And my thing is, nobody, like, you know, I didn't ask you for this.
Yes.
And there was no reason for you to announce a lie.
Yes. Yes.
Why do such a thing?
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the sort of thing for me. I can burn your bridge over that.
Ooh. Is
It's
it?
like, I feel like it's maybe a trigger.
Yeah.
Maybe from feeling like I was
It's
going to get
true,
like a
you're a
Christmas
liar.
present and then it never came.
Yeah.
You know. So,
They even go as far as like, oh, what's your address? So now I've given you my address.
Yeah.
You have my address
And
for
I'm
no
waiting.
reason.
Yeah, literally.
I'm thinking that I was going to go out, but I'm staying in the house because I'm thinking
I'm thinking
that I
that
have
a bus
that's
will coming for
coming.
me. Damn. But you're honestly like, I think you're absolutely right. One thing that I've realized, you know, from talking to people and stuff is those small things. Forget about the gift. A gift is like quite a big thing per se, but it's even the small things where you say, oh, I'm going to do something and you don't do it. For me, it's a
And it's
sign now.
That's a sign
And it's
that you're
unprovoked.
Yes.
It's not like you've asked for
I've not
something.
asked all.
It's not my
It's
birthday.
you. It's not my birthday. It's not anything. You
Yep.
volunteered to start
The
opening your
information.
mouth.
Long.
Yes, exactly.
Long.
Exactly. So that for me, I've realized that the small list of things, like even like, let's go out to do so and so, like, and then you don't organize it, you don't follow through.
even say,
It
"Let's
doesn't
go
happen
out."
until I say something. No, I can't trust you. I actually start to think I can't trust your word. And I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
can't.
as a man, especially if you're someone that, like, as a woman, we want to feel like our man has got us, you know, we want to obviously I'm going to use the word like, but submit to somebody that, you know, is worth submitting to. So your word, when you talk, I want to feel like, yeah, like I believe what's coming out of your mouth.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You just said a word and I just had to ask. Are you ready to submit to someone?
Do you know, truthfully, no, I'm not. And I will say this out loud. I've said it on camera. My mom will be like, why you disgrace yourself? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Because one thing about me, I am very combative. Like, I can't even sit back. When you immediately said, oh, you obey first, my mind went, yay. Because for me, immediately I see anything, I'm like, what are you doing? I have to react.
Right.
I'm not a react later sort of person.
Do you think you need to work on that?
Yeah, I know I do, which is why I'm saying that I'm not ready to submit.
Good. At least you know.
I said I need to work on it because I'm not ready to submit. But for now, I will be saying it all. Sorry, I'm working.
So then, how are you working on it if you're like?
I said I'm working on it in progress, but for now I'm saying it. But I'm getting there.
Wait, you know what's funny?
You know, it's still, you know, when someone has a list of
The things that they're working on.
it's
Yeah,
at the bottom.
it's at the
No,
bottom.
not even at the bottom. It's still on the list. We're still working.
Yeah, exactly.
It's made the list, but
Yeah.
whether we've started the working is
Exactly.
is
Shall I
another
tell you
thing.
what I feel like I've picked up from you?
Yeah.
What I've picked up from you, maybe it's a bit late. I didn't.
Bring the mic a bit closer.
Yes.
What I've picked up from you.
Yes.
I feel like you're waiting for someone to come that's now going to be worth
Hey,
submitting to.
it's like my sister. Yeah, I said my whole life.
Let her
But-
finish.
Oh,
What I'm going to
Exactly.
got the camera.
But like you said,
Yeah.
as your sister,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, if you don't stop practicing now,
Yeah.
I
It's
promise you,
It's not gonna
you will not. There's no finger you will click.
Yeah,
and
that
you
it will
think-
turn off. I know.
because you don't even know if that person has worked on themselves.
Yeah.
And then now they will now have to now go through a whole year process to wait for you, and you're thinking, if they love me enough. My sister, there is somebody who is gonna pretend to be exactly what he's looking for, competing with you.
And can we stop there? Stop there. I want to make a point. I genuinely do believe that girls are pretending.
Yes.
Like, I genuinely believe girls are pretending so that they can get wifed. As in, you know what?
That's what happens here in Nigeria.
No, honestly, because I look at some people
So
just like,
pick me.
yeah, but it really is. I think, I don't have to explain it, but the way that you said just pretend, like, I'm like, no, I've actually been thinking this, that some of the things I'm seeing some girls do, I'm like, I know.
Examples.
Do you know what? I don't think the word is pretend.
What's the words?
I think the word is that they're willing to
It's packaging.
not even that. Yeah, it's packaging, but
Yeah.
they're willing to sacrifice some of the values that they
have.
They're willing to sacrifice
They've-
pride.
Yeah,
Yes, pride.
yeah.
They're willing to sacrifice
You can't
that.
have pride
You
when
can't
you
have
want
a- yeah.
what you want.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Something
Yeah.
has to give, man.
In you know the sacrifice
have
of soft
everything.
life.
Yeah.
The sacrifice of soft life is pride. The sacrifice of soft life is pride. You put aside the pride in order
Yeah.
to enjoy the soft. Don't worry, your body will become soft.
Yeah.
As all the bills are not certain things you will just start to ignore.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you guys are 100% right. Look, I know I need to improve on that aspect. But I definitely do feel like you said, you're right. It's people are willing to sacrifice certain parts of themselves
I don't think
for relationships.
Yeah, I don't think it's a pretend thing because
Yeah.
I genuinely think that they still hold those values.
Yeah, but I was
in
gonna
order
say,
them-
But is there anything even wrong with that? Like, unless maybe I'm not understanding exactly what you're saying, isn't everybody sacrificing something to be in a relationship
No,
with someone?
I think what Beatrice is saying is that like they're willing to complete, like the sacrifice that they're making is like
They're changing
is it
parts
even,
of them.
Is it even worth all the sacrificing that you're doing?
Yeah.
For a man that is not even
doing anything
to
to-
write home
yeah.
about,
And-
just for the sake of having the title that I'm a wife.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's
also,
too much.
I think for me as well, like, yes, you're saying like the whole packaging stuff and like everyone has to like sacrifice things, etc. But you know that a lot of these people, especially when you have conversations like one-on-one with people, like you can tell there's a bit of resentment there, or you can tell that like they're upset about the fact that they have to do certain things. Like, yes, I know in your relationship you're probably like, yeah, it's fine, like I have to do this or whatever it is. But then you know when you have the one-on-one conversation with a girl, you're a bit more open. So you're like, oh yeah, like that, I know I don't really like that, but this, I mean, it is what it is. You know when you just say, I mean, it is what it is. I can't really do anything about it. Like you can still tell that people are like not fully happy in the fact that they've had to sacrifice certain aspects of their life for their relationship. And for me, I think I've always had this, maybe it's a fairy tale, but I've always thought, oh yeah, like the person that is for me, that God like wants to be for me, will see all my flaws, like will see me as a package, see all my flaws, see everything about me, and still want to be with me. Whereas I feel like people see their flaws and they actually don't talk about it. Like, you know, for example, we've said about the whole like, oh, do you discuss your past relationships with whoever you're dating, or like things that have, or L's that you might have taken with, you know, the person you're dating with going forward? Some people be like, don't say it, because if you now tell him, oh, this is what you've gone through before, now it's going to affect your, you know what I mean? Like, people package and hide aspects of themselves that I feel like will put them down in a dating pool. Whereas I'm like, I
think it's all like what I think there's a time and place for everything. I think like from day one, you shouldn't really, well, anybody can do whatever they want to do. Misha, I'm not going to now come and off my pant and tell you absolutely all of my mess ups and everything from day one, because I'm not promised longevity in this relationship. If I can see that it's heading in that direction, then of course you, like, as time goes on, and it's not even just in relationships, it's also in friendships. Like, when you meet someone new, you're not going to now tell them like, oh yes, and my father did this to my mother and my grandpa and my, do you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna,
but people aren't saying it at all. I'm not even saying about things, oh yeah, they're saying it later on. Like, people are saying you don't talk about these things because it sets a standard that's like not good for you, or like certain aspects that's like deemed, no, but people do that though.
Sprinkle community.
People
Honestly,
do that though.
To be honest, to be very, very honest, I'm a mixture of the two of you.
Yeah.
Right? I agree with you. You don't off your pant and tell them, my mom did this to my dad did this to my mom, my family generation is cursed. Yeah. Nobody needs to know that shit. Yeah. I feel like family is where I draw the line. I feel like once you start getting to a certain level of relating with a man, in order for him to even feel like, you know what, this is a real bitch. Yeah. Niggas respect real bitches. Be honest, be vulnerable. Yeah. It's a part of what makes you feminine. Yeah. I can tell you that, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a little one too. You're not saying every nigga that you have met has hurt you. Yeah. Because now you're a problem. Why is everybody what's wrong with you? Yeah. You're showing red flags. Yeah. However, there have been maybe one, maybe two that have mishandled me. Yeah. They didn't know what they had. Those were the early stages of my relationships. Yeah. However, going forward, my standards are high. Yeah. This is what I like. Yeah. I'm open to listening, to hearing, so far as I feel like you have my best interest at heart. I feel like being vulnerable is not a weakness. Yeah. It's a strength. Yeah. And the right person is going to handle that with care. Yeah. They're going to see it. Yeah.
And I think as well, like, even to your point, right? If you even think about the things that you're talking about, if you had the man say that, like, would that be attractive to you? Because I think being vulnerable at a certain stage will be like, okay, now I feel like I'm getting to a place with this person that I wasn't at before. Because, you know, there's some people, they just like to tell you everything from day one, and it's kind of a bit like, this is too much. But at the same time, if I met a guy on the first date, you're telling me every girl that you dated has cheated on you. Sorry, that's unattractive. I don't need to know that from day one. You can tell me that later, but I don't want to know that from day one, because also I'll be thinking, everybody? Yeah. Like, no. So I wouldn't also sit on a date and be like, yeah, every guy that I've dated has cheated on me, and like, yeah, they've just used me.
They just use and abuse me.
Like, what the heck? If everyone is cheating on you as a guy, it means there's something you lack emotional awareness, or emotional intelligence. There's something that you are doing that they feel like they have to go and find this love outside. Elsewhere. Because I'm a girl. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I know that there's one or two, there's some fucked girls. However, girls are naturally, they're innately very, like, they're lover girls. Yeah. Very lovable. So what is it about you that's
making it so, I hear it. Anyway, chat as well. Let's go to the dilemma. Let's go to this dilemma. Okay, cool. So the title of this dilemma is, am I the host? Am I the host?
Age factor. I've been in this country for too long. Am I the household?
Crazy, man. Am I the household? Crazy, man. What? Let's do this again. It is well. Okay, so am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend because of a caught cheating prank?
A caught cheating prank?
Yes.
Yeah, already down.
Let's go. So I broke up with my girlfriend of 2 years because of something that happened recently, and now my friends are saying I massively overreacted. So a few days ago, my girlfriend and a close mutual friend decided to play a prank on me. The prank was that they filmed a scenario where I caught them in bed together, pretending they were hooking up. They set up a hidden camera in the bedroom, and when I walked in, I saw him in just boxers and my girlfriend in a bra and panties, straddling him, acting like they were mid-hookup.
They took it too far.
To make it more realistic, they were even making some noises and tried to act like it was happening for real. I was shocked, furious, and immediately confronted them as I thought it was real at first, like an actual betrayal. And then I walked out of the room and started to leave the house when they followed me screaming it was a prank, and they showed me the video they had been recording. To be honest, I felt completely betrayed, not just by the idea of setting up a prank, but also because they had gotten undressed to film it. I know it's meant to be funny for some people, but for me, it's disrespectful, and I was hurt. The whole thing felt like a violation of trust, even though I know they weren't actually cheating. I told her I couldn't be in a relationship with someone who would do something like that, and I ended things right there and then. She's devastated, and all our friends have been telling me I overreacted. They think it was just a harmless prank and I should have taken it better. But I can't shake the feeling that it crossed a line for me, especially with how intimate and uncomfortable it felt to see them in that situation, even if it wasn't for real. Now I'm wondering if I made the right decision. I'm starting to doubt myself because everyone seems to think I blew it out of proportion. So, am I the arsehole for breaking up with my girlfriend because of a caught cheating prank? What are you girls thinking?
She just hurt his pride. That's all it is. It's just like he didn't like the situation.
Yeah.
After not liking the situation, the idea of the two of them naked.
Yeah.
The idea of the fact that he bugged out and then it was just a prank, so he's meant to laugh it off.
Yeah.
It just hurt his ego.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
If it was vice versa, he would expect her to like, man, you know, it was just a joke.
Yeah.
I think she owes him an apology.
Yes.
Me personally, I can't see my girl and my man wearing pant and bra.
Yeah.
I'm smashing balls.
Yeah, no. Honestly, it makes sense.
But it was a joke.
Yeah.
Cool off a little bit. Do you know what I mean? All she needs to do is just book him a vacation. Two of them go somewhere
relax,
nice.
reunite the love,
drink some pina colada. You get over it, my sister. You get over that shit.
That is so funny. So you basically think that like he's overreacted and that it's too much. What do you girls think? Do you think it's overreacting? Because I can't lie. When I read this, I was like, if this was the reverse, guys. If this was the reverse, I can't lie. I think I understand why it's grounds for breakup.
Oh, me too.
Deep it. No, but deep it.
You have
your
girl,
floor. Deep your friend, and deep the fact that you. She is like in a bra and pants, and he is in boxers,
and she's on top of him, straddling him, making noises.
I know. Okay, so this is actually why I brought it up, because you know, obviously on YouTube and everything, people doing pranks. People like, for me, this is too far. Is that too far for you? Could you do it?
My sister. My sister.
Views.
My sister. Can I just paint a scenario here?
Yeah,
this
go
is
on.
a random scenario.
Yeah.
If I did this same prank with Moses, we could probably make...
You and any are the same person.
Hey, I'm telling you!
I said any trained me in this Lagos. My mindset has evolved. See, we could probably make... I'm thinking like maybe like 100k, 200k pounds, right? If my partner wants to leave me over there, I'm 200k richer. I will find somebody else that can understand that the prank is a prank.
You're so annoying. You're exaggerating. You're lying.
A prank is a prank.
Stop that for your man.
Unless it's the love of my life.
Yeah.
See, after I've collected that money, the yachts, I will take them on. Don't worry, I will make sure you are okay. you understand that the prank is just a prank. Like, if you're not making, if it's just a prank that we wanted to laugh
just
about,
be out. Everyone laughs about it.
It's not funny. Now it's even a broke prank.
That is so
you want to
funny.
do choco at my expense?
No, honestly.
Koshila, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
that's long.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you girls think though?
I think that this situation is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, like them said, was it for YouTube purposes?
It doesn't say anything where
it wasn't for YouTube purposes, are we just pranking for pranking's sake? So who's the one that's meant to laugh?
Yeah.
There's no audience.
Yeah, exactly. It's
so
just
who's meant to laugh? Do you know what I mean? So
it's
it just
my expense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then it's like, oh, I don't really understand what the whole point of the thing was. If they said they propped up a camera and they're going to post it on social media, for a click and a view, then maybe. But I don't really understand what's the essence of the prank. Because I thought pranking is for...
We should all be laughing at the end of the prank.
If we all are not watching or privy to the prank, who's the one that's meant to be like? Is he meant to laugh after that?
I don't understand. I don't know.
I just feel like I don't know. It's just weird to me. But I don't. Whether if that was me and then it was my partner with my friend.
Yes.
Then I would be like, I don't know if I'd break up with the person.
Okay.
I'd just be like, oh, this is a little bit inappropriate. Like, what's the essence of this? Then I have to find the root, and then maybe from there we can go from there. Because streets is tough. If you're pranking, please, I'll close my eyes. We'll deal with the next problem in another time. Yeah. You know, that's my stance on most things these days. Nothing's enough for me. No, obviously there are things that is enough to break up, but pranking, I don't know about that.
Fair enough.
Are you in a relationship?
No.
What's your type?
Iman.
You know when the list is so short.
Hey, the list is so short now.
Nigerian man, preferably.
Yeah.
You want a Nigerian man?
Yeah.
You can see.
Do you know what though? I could also see with a white man.
The fact that you said time of all people, that's the wrong person.
In fact, when I said the ultimate opposite.
Yeah.
No, but you'd be so surprised. I'm talking about a white man that loves an African woman.
Can't be me.
That can never
Can't
be
be
me.
No.
No offense, guys. Please don't take
No
offense.
offense.
We've already
Sorry.
said this already. This is just
No
preference
offense.
thing.
I just like what I like.
Yeah, you do.
Just
You
not.
do. Hey, so Sharon, what do you think?
Personally, obviously, I know that in the moment it might be different, but if I had it my way, both of them are gone by tomorrow.
Yeah.
The disrespect is too much.
Yeah.
And I feel like also you should know me.
Yeah, you should.
Like,
know
you
that.
should know me.
Yeah.
Well, how would my girlfriend react to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're undressing yourself, you're dropping your
and your pants.
your
And you know when
trouser.
You're already wearing your pants and your bra, and you're not going to go and set up the camera. So now you're going like this. And your bum is.
There's not even any camera
There's
there.
a camera that they were using to
Yeah,
record.
they record.
Also, it
with the
was for
camera.
public distribution.
No, but we don't know if
I don't know if it was
on their own
distribution,
personal
but they
distribution.
upload-
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they'll just go and watch it afterwards.
Yeah, they're all meant to go and watch it in
But
the
you know
living
what
room.
though? If with the person that I'm thinking of, I'm using someone else. I'm thinking of someone else in this exact scenario. In their mind, they would say, "No, you guys were gonna do this. You were setting up the camera,
So that you
And
can
then
record.
I would
and
sin and
then
you
record.
decided not to.
and then you now said that if whatever it's not a prank, So if I'm thinking of that person, I'm seeing why you're seeing it as a disrespect because in their mind they're so. Once their view is locked in,
That's it. There's no change
That's
in
it,
it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Man, I
yeah.
hate disrespect. I
Yeah.
can't lie.
It's embarrassing.
And embarrassment.
Yeah.
embarrassment is crazy.
Hey.
Hate embarrassment.
Embarrassment is the worst. Absolute worst.
And the fact that somebody has seen you in bra and pant, like, I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Hey, yeah.
what are you doing?
it just doesn't make sense.
This is stupid.
Yeah, I think
Very
it's
silly.
the bra and the pant thing for
That's
me.
what I said.
Because you didn't actually have to undress.
You didn't have to
didn't.
undress.
You could have straddled him.
Yeah,
It could have
yeah,
been.
yeah.
but
You didn't
that's-
have to
that's
undress.
And then you could have even laid blanket and you tell him, look, I'm not even really on him. There's something
exactly,
else there.
exactly.
Put
But you
pillow.
actually,
Put pillow or
what?
something. Like you didn't have to
took
go
off
that.
your jacket, you took off your turtleneck,
Yeah.
you now took
And you
off
know
your
when it's
vest.
like you look at these people and just thinking,
What's your problem? Why did you say turtleneck? How do you know it's turtleneck?
Yeah, because you know that when you were struggling over your
your
head.
head. Hey, and you
What?
know what's so
I said,
funny?
let me keep going.
No, but it's so funny because then you'll be thinking, so you put this much effort into a prank, but all the things that you know that you should be putting effort into, you don't
You
put
haven't
effort
done
into.
it.
Do you get?
But this one, you wanted to go all the
My
way.
sister, who are you talking about there? Tell
Bought
us.
IKEA cabinets
No, you bought
3
everything.
weeks ago.
It's still there.
It's
Slap
still
there.
there. Flap, 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 flap.
We've been asking you to do that to join.
go and find screwdriver.
Since
You haven't done
you've
it.
been
You haven't
telling
done
me
that.
something is
Your
aching.
room is in a state. You haven't
Well,
swept
you've
and
done
tied your room.
storyboard for
But you
prank.
done
This is so crazy.
Can
I've
you
not heard
understand?
of flat pack in so long in Nigeria.
It comes done.
It comes down, no. Hey, I'm crying. But yeah, this is a very interesting one, and I think that if it was me personally, I understand why.
Yeah,
he
I
reacted
can
like that.
I can
have to
understand
admit, I
why
have to
someone
admit.
would
Yeah,
be
it's
like,
too
call it
much.
quits.
Yeah,
I can understand that.
yeah, exactly.
Call it quits.
Yeah.
I can understand.
I feel like
I
gives
know.
break.
I wouldn't. I
Wait, what did
probably
you say?
wouldn't.
Go on a break.
I said it gives break.
Oh.
Bro, there are many other things to be breaking up with niggas for.
That's
Yeah.
what, no,
A
that's
prank
the point
is
I'm
not
making.
one.
That's the point I'm making. I'm not saying that I personally would do it, but I can understand that somebody would, because some people, they're afraid they can't be doing all this pranking business. Like, you want to kill me?
Yeah.
That's enough to kill somebody now.
Yeah, for real.
Heart attack.
Hey,
High blood
for real.
pressure. I do hear it,
I have a
boy.
question for you based on this dilemma. So obviously this is about, he feels uncomfortable with his friend and his partner like being together, right? When it comes to you dating, like guys, etc., are you the type that you want your man to be like close with your female friends? Like, as in, you know, when you want like some groups to like merge, like it's like we're all big one happy family, and or are you the type of like person to keep it very separate because you don't like things coming together? Like, what's your ideal setup?
To be very honest with you,
Yeah,
I don't think I know how to answer that question.
really.
On the basis that I'm learning that I seem to bring a lot of people together.
Yeah.
I think the type of people I have in my life, they're very open when it comes to me with their resources.
Yeah.
So I try the same way that I feel like God has bestowed onto them to share with me.
Yeah.
I try to share.
Yeah.
When it comes to my man,
Yes.
I may not bring females around him, but I have one significant female in my life that if you act correct around her, you've already passed the test. And that person for me is Ivy. Ivy D. When she's a lot, and it's good. It's the perfect temptation that I need. If you can,
It's true.
Oh my days! What full package?
if you can handle yourself composed, you're not doing too much. You're not because she knows I love. That's why I love this girl. We
Yeah.
get
You get
our
each other.
understanding
Yeah.
is so. She knows what to do. She would like. She won't.
Because can I ask a question? Has she ever said to you, I can't lie, this guy looks like he's trying it with me? Like, let's say, for example, you're out and you're... You know what? Your friends tell you, I can't lie. The way this guy, forget it.
There's other girls that you want, like some other girls.
Yeah.
I have to. What is she just? 'Cause there's some you don't know the intentions.
Yeah.
Some girls want your man. They're using style to.
Yeah, it's collective.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Separate the two of you.
Yeah.
That one, don't worry. And I like the fact we have two completely different types.
Okay.
I know her type too. I can spot her type in the crowd. I
Yeah.
know this is the
This
one
is
she
the
wants.
one. Yeah.
My own, she's still learning.
Okay.
'Cause mine, she knows, but
Does yours fluctuate?
it does fluctuate.
Okay, yeah.
Do you
Spectrum.
understand? Because sometimes she's
Spectrum's
like,
like the
but Tammy, I feel like you would like this one. But then I see you and I'm like, don't worry.
You're
Yeah,
still
don't
grabbing
worry.
it.
Yeah,
Still
you
don't
get
worry.
there, you
But
get there.
hers is
Yeah.
very
Don't-
specific.
Okay.
So when it's my type,
Yeah.
I already know she's not interested in my type.
Yeah.
So when she says this person is trying, I know it's a
You know.
fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's because one, I know her intentions. Two, I'm still she's up to date with whatever is going on in this situation. And three, before she would have said it, I would have already picked it up.
Yeah.
I observe everything.
Yeah.
We observe and we judge. Why is that?
Facts,
Don't worry,
facts,
I've
yeah.
been looking.
Oh
So when
my
she,
days.
the one time she was like, I'm never gonna lie.
Really?
I definitely went to the bathroom and I feel like he was trying. I said,
That is not that
yes,
is
you
it.
can't even go to the toilet.
Ah.
Somebody can't pee again.
That's what I'm
Ease
saying.
yourself. Don't
Hey,
worry.
guys are so audacious as well.
Eh?
That's the thing I've realized. That guys are actually so audacious that forget about friends, forget about whatever it is. Like if they want to try it and just see if they will get there, they will.
Some people are, they say, you're willing to risk it for a chocolate biscuit.
Yeah.
They will
Literally,
risk that
they'll
thing. And I'm
risk
like,
it.
these biscuits that you think
Yeah.
you're risking it for,
We
we will chop the biscuit and laugh at you. in
No,
the process.
honestly.
You're so dumb. And I love it. Continue trying.
Yeah.
I love to bring her around.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
They
It's
see
like
how
it's
they
like
are.
a it's like a radar.
ultimate
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I might do date 1, date
Yeah.
2, date 3, she's there. Sometimes I don't even wait. Date 1, date 2.
They do. She's there.
She's there.
Hey,
She's there.
that is
Me-
so funny.
our friendship has even reached to the point where sometimes we attend the dates together.
No, stop. Okay, wait. So we actually asked this question with Moses, and it was like part of like a like the quick fire questions at the beginning that we normally do. And I basically said, what would you do like if you turned up to a date and like her best friend was there? He said that he would basically go home. Like he's not entertaining that. So how on earth are you turning up to a date with your best friend?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
When the two of us are together in our, they never send us home.
I thought so.
I can imagine.
I thought so. I thought so. It's true.
I can imagine.
It's so true.
They do not.
They
It's,
do
it's,
not.
it's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
They never send us home. We even order well to really test
Yeah.
the situation.
When you say all done well.
Yes, I will even pack food for Messi.
Stop!
Yes, we really enjoy.
Oh my gosh. I am
We have a
crying.
good time. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say.
It's different
Dating
here, right?
in Lagos
Yeah, I can understand.
It's different from
Yeah.
other places.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
also feel like maybe it's because of what we do.
Yeah.
you
And people
understand?
also know you publicly as well, so then it's a bit
So
different.
lot of
Do you know
the
what I
time-
mean?
And I feel like a lot of the time,
Yeah.
whoever we're really, they know.
They know, yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
they're not too. They're not. It's not a shock.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And even from the background, you're on the phone, they're
You can
hearing
hear
in the
your-
background,
yeah.
who's your friend?
Yeah.
Hello, hi, we're busting jokes. Our situation is a bit different.
Yeah, I understand that one actually, to
So-
be fair. Interesting. Yeah, I always ask people because, yeah, for me, I feel like I've done it before where with my ex, like, I definitely was like, oh my God, like, I love the whole friendship thing. Like, I love when you're friends with my friends. But I don't know if I would do that going forward ever again.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything wrong, girl.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. But
just telling
yeah,
you- I'm telling
you
the
girls didn't do anything wrong. But I'm just, I feel like I would definitely be a bit more like, a little bit more separate.
Do you feel like you integrated him that much?
He was everywhere. And I was everywhere with him.
Yeah, but I'm saying that like integrated in the sense where it's like, oh, well, maybe, I don't know.
No, it was proper integration still. I personally feel like it was.
Maybe your side with his friends, and I don't think the other way around.
Okay, when I say like, okay, maybe I'm also thinking about Sharon because, like, for example,
Yeah, maybe with Sharon. I think it was
maybe
Sharon,
Sharon as well
but-
because, like, for example, we had a group chat and we were all in it.
Okay, that's a stretch.
Yeah,
that's-
and we would be busting jokes and everything in a group chat.
No, it's not group chat.
Yeah,
Like, it's to the point. Example,
yeah,
me and Ivy, very close.
Yeah.
I can bring her, we can go on the same date.
yeah,
I never have the guy's number.
Yeah.
Not because she's uncomfortable with me
Yeah.
having the number. I just personally feel like
Yeah.
that's just, I don't need to have your man's number.
Oh wait, so you don't even have the number?
I don't need to have his
No,
number.
okay. Is this someone that she's going on a date with or someone that she's with?
In a relationship with?
I think that you would
Oh, you're talking
probably
about
have...
in
I
a-
think
in a
If they
relationship.
were in a relationship, I would think that you would have his number. Not that anything's happening, just in
When
case.
I was in a relationship with this person, she didn't have their number.
Where was the guy based here?
Okay,
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just
Wait,
saying
wait,
in terms of, like...
Yes.
proximity.
Yeah, I'm saying proximity. I really does not live in Nigeria, so what exactly...
Are you sure about that?
I'm
got
just
into my
saying, I'm just saying that to us, she doesn't live in
Yeah.
Nigeria, so it would be a bit different because what would they need to be discussing unless... I don't know, it's a
yeah, I
birthday
see what
thing.
you
Do you know what I
mean.
mean? Like,
I see what you
like,
mean,
There's,
yeah, like-
there's a bit of distance there.
Yeah, I see what
We'll
you
move
mean.
past this question.
I'm crying.
Hey, that's too funny. But I see what I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like,
though.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Crying. Okay, cool.
Okay, guys, it's the point in the episode now where we add songs to our playlist.
Correct.
We have a playlist on Spotify, Apple Music, and for those of you that don't like to pay, it's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So this month's theme is love songs. So it can be like romantic, heartbreak.
I just gave you one.
Terry Apala.
Apala
Apala
Disco,
Disco.
Wizkid DJ Tunes,
Terry Apala.
Apala, like,
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah,
we'll add
proper.
it.
Yeah.
add it.
That's Demz' song. Do you guys have a song?
Yeah, I have one.
You
It's
go
one I
then.
mentioned on the last episode, but it wasn't actually with Song of the Week. It's Mary J. Blige and Lil' Kim, I Can Love You.
Oh yeah, I can love you. Yeah, that's a good one.
And then also, last song would be Beyonce, I Care.
Ooh, that is a very, very, very good one.
Yeah, the other ones, the ones I picked before were all Afrobeat, so let me just look like I
them
listen to other music.
Crying.
I'm so done. I'm still looking. Dems, do you have any other?
She's picked
And
one.
And I said any
Apala
other.
Disco.
Oh,
But do you know what? Another one top of my mind, Django Lover, Terry Akpala.
Oh,
Honestly, I love him so much. His voice.
He hasn't dropped new music recently.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
He
I haven't
does not
heard
need
him
to.
drop anything in
That
a long
man.
time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know he's not Yoruba.
I didn't think
you
about
not?
it.
No, apparently he's from Delta State.
Man, dude.
I
Big
think-
up him.
Whatever he is.
He
I
has
think-
a very nice tone to
Yeah,
his
he
Yeah.
does. I think. Please do research, but I think he's from Delta State. I read that somewhere.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's not fake news.
Yes. Interesting. Sorry. No, you
Go
go.
on. Okay.
So this.
Go.
So the songs that I'm gonna add first of all. I was saying this to Sharon like in Dubai. I don't know where Usher came up in the conversation, but I was still just like, I still can't go with the fact that we bought tickets for Usher a whole year in advance. Because like we bought. I don't even know when we bought it. Like
Bought it
Summer?
in Jan.
no, it was like
It was definitely before February because I thought that he was coming that February.
yeah, but
So I think it was like January.
Our tickets are for April.
it's April.
Oh, are they April?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
April.
Okay, so
April
before-
next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we bought it
crazy.
literally. And I was just
Maybe we
like,
bought it in February.
I was just like, I feel like it's so brave. I always get very reflective when it gets towards the end of the year. I'm just like, because basically we went. There was a situation where 2 years ago, I was just like on the podcast. We recorded the December episode, and I was just like, oh my god, yes. So we'll see you guys in the new year, and we didn't come back in the new year. So I'm very much like, this whole buying tickets a whole year in advance. I'm like, how do we even know that? You never know what will happen. I'm sure there's people that would have bought tickets are not going to be able to make the event anymore. But anyway, Sharon, we were talking about Usher, and I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to add some Usher because Usher is like, when it comes to R&B, that's he's a real
Top
one,
dog.
Shaq. So I'm going to add like the basic ones, but I'm going to first of all start off with Usher featuring Alicia Keys, My Boo. I feel like it's a classic like R&B song for sure. Another one I'm going to add is Confessions, because if you're not adding Confessions, I don't know what you're doing. And then I'm going to add part 1 and part 2, and then I'll also add an Ashanti song. I'm going to add Foolish.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, those are the songs I'm going to add.
I'm going to add Jack James. Obviously, you guys know I'm obsessed with Jack James. Love him. I'm prayerful that in 2025 he'll drop music because I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I'm gonna add Overseas, Hennessy Tears, and Galaxy Swim.
Okay, nice. Yes,
But Miss Demz, thank you again for taking the time because honestly,
hey,
it's Christmas tomorrow,
guys.
Hey. It's Christmas
Merry
tomorrow.
Christmas, guys.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Although this is coming out in February.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
anyway,
February. The roster is that long.
Yes,
You people are really no, big up you lot, you know. For real. I'm giving you your flowers.
thank
I'm
you.
so proud of you.
Thank
You're
you.
killing it. So I would say a happy Valentine's to you lot when you lot see this.
Yes,
Hopefully by God's grace, everyone that's watching, you have a partner. If not, go out with your girls.
Yes,
See Valentine, do something
yeah.
sweet.
Yes, exactly.
honestly. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you so much.
Yeah,
Where can everyone find you?
Yes.
You can find me on Instagram at Miss Demz. On YouTube. YouTube is my main platform. By God's grace, by the time you would have seen this, I would have been killing it in the game.
Amen.
Back to back. Daily vlogs, I've already started. So just go and watch.
Guys, when she came in,
Mic on breast. Mic on breast.
I'm telling you,
Period.
serious.
We're outside, we're active.
Yes.
So yeah, just Miss Demz 1 on all socials.
Lovely. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Like Tammy said at the start, please make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms, and also make sure you are subscribing to YouTube. What did I say?
Subscribing to YouTube.
Thank you. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.